Tucher Christkindlesmarkt Bier.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Fucking hell. What a mouthful that was. Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I have got one here from the famous Tucher Brewery from Bavaria, Beer Heaven in Germany. And this is their Christmas beer. It's called Christkindlesmarkt. It's basically Christmas market beer. And this is from a region in Bavaria called Nuremberg. If you've not heard of it before, famous for the trials where then naughty Nazis were getting fucking hanged. And that's really what it's famous for, certainly in the United Kingdom anyway, for certain people of a certain generation, old fuckers like me basically. But I have come across the Tucher Brewery before. I first discovered them years ago in, of all places, the Wetherspoons pubs, because they used to sell their wheat beer in there. And I remember when I first got onto wheat beer, and the Tucher wheat beer was my go-to. It wasn't as good as the Schneider Weiss, I will say that. There was a noticeable difference, but I'll tell you something, it was not bad. In like, you know, in a massive pile of dog shit that is Wetherspoons, there was the occasional diamond. And they used to sell some really good beer. They used to sell this, not this, but the wheat beer from the same brewery, and it was really good. They used to sell the Quack from Belgium, Le Chouffe from Belgium, Kronbacher. They still sell the Kronbacher and other stuff. You were spoilt for choice for good beer. But then when Brexit happened, that all got fucking put to bed. So there is no real good. They still do the Kronbacher stuff, which is good. And that's my go-to when I go to Wetherspoons there. It's just easy drinking and there's no mess and no fuss. So that's, I do have to thank them for putting me onto the Tucher Brewery. And there was a Wetherspoons in, where was it? In East London that I used to frequent. And I remember that's where I first tasted the wheat beer. And it was like a revelation. It was brilliant. And that's, I think, that's what got me onto wheat beer. And after that, you know, the rest is history. It's one of my favourite styles of beer. But this is the first non-wheat beer that I've had from the Tucher Brewery. And I'm quite looking forward to it, actually. It's got quite a good reputation. The Tucher Brewery, of course, are well known in Bavaria. They are now owned by Radeberger. Radeberger stroke Dr. Oetker. You heard of Dr. Oetker? The German pizza maker. I don't know what a fucking doctor he was, but any doctor that prescribes pizzas to make you better is not really a fucking doctor, is he? Anyway, they've been going since 1672. So, you know, before they were taken over, like, these fucking glasses are doing my head in tonight. They've been going since 1672, and they've got quite a good reputation. And even though they've been taken over, they still pump out some decent beer. Certainly, the wheat beer is really good. I really do recommend that if you can get hold of it now. I'm not sure how hard it is to get hold of. You certainly can't get it in the Wetherspoons anymore, which is a real shame. Really does fucking annoy me that they've stopped doing that. But we are where we are now, so we can't really grumble about that. And this one is a seasonal beer. It's been produced for Christmas. I fucking hate Christmas. Do you know what? You ever seen that Grinch? I've never seen it, but I know it's about a geezer that just wanted to be left alone and live with his dog. And do you know what? I can fucking relate to that, because I'm sick of this shit, all the decorations and presents and just fuck off. And what annoys me is, you know, it's a holy time of year, it's, you know, religion and all that. But all the Christmas decorations, that's all pagan festivals. So if you want to keep the Christ in Christmas, take the fucking pagan decorations out of it. Anyway, relax, calm down. It's Christmas. We're reviewing this one. This is the Christkindlesmarkt Bier. This is the Christmas market beer. Now, they do a Christmas market down the road in Maidstone. It's not going to happen this year, I don't think, but they are a big thing in Germany, the Christmas markets. Never been, and to be honest, what's put me off is the mulled wine. If you're selling mulled wine, you know my views on wine, I fucking hate it. But if I went to Germany, I think I would just, you know, skip the wine and just plot up in a pub somewhere. But, you know, that's just me. We will get round to reviewing this beer. Yeah, in fact, let's just shut up now. Let's just investigate what this beer is. Right, Mr. Magoo will get the fucking bins on, because Mr. Magoo can't see a thing at the moment. Right, we have got a 500ml bottle of Christkindlesmarkt Bier from the Tucher Brewery in Nuremberg. It is 5.8%. It's called a Festbier. Now, Festbier is a loose term. You can use it for the Oktoberfest. You can use it for Christmas. It's basically any special time of year. And this would be a Märzen if Festbier is what they're sort of going on. So it should be a good one. I don't know how much this differs from the Märzen that they do for the Oktoberfest. Of course, Tucher aren't, you know, part of the Big Six in Munich. They are outside. Doesn't stop them from having their own October-style festival. So it should be a good one. And if the wheat beer is anything to go by, this should be a good one as well. So let's shut up and let's get this open into a glass. Speaking of glasses, before I open it up, I liberated this from an East London Wetherspoons pub. I'm not going to say which one, because I'll probably get the feds knocking on my door with a SWAT team saying you stole a beer from the Wetherspoons pub. But this was liberated, and I'll never forget the night, because I was drinking Tucher wheat beer. That's where I got this from. They were selling Tucher wheat beer and serving it in these glasses. So this has got a lot of memories, and that would have been about 5 or 6 years ago now, something like that. But I remember I got served this, and it looked like a big Bavarian Cornetto, and there was a woman stood next to me. I don't know who the fuck she was, but she went, "Oh, what are you drinking?" And I said, "Oh, I'm drinking a pint of Tucher." I said, "It was Gary Glitter and Jimmy Savile's favourite beer." And she went, "Really?" I went, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, fucking hell." Welcome to Leytonstone. I didn't say that. It wasn't the Wetherspoons in Leytonstone. Or was it? Who knows? Case for Bergerac or Poirot. Here is Ye Olde Cap. I don't know whether it's upside down or not. I should put the fucking bins on. These bins are killing me. They're fucking digging into my head, so I've got to take them off. Either they're getting smaller or my head's getting bigger. One of the two. There you go. I don't know if you saw that, but it don't matter anyway. Here you go. Let's get it in the glass. Now, as I say, I don't know what style of beer this is, but I'm assuming it's a Märzen, and it's sort of looking like a Märzen, but it could be a Helles from that colour. Quite a nice golden straw colour. What are we getting on the nose? Oh, fucking hell. Sulphur. That's what we're getting on the nose. That's a bit worrying. It's clear as a bell, so it's not been unfiltered. Oh, that really doesn't smell good. It's got a horrible, like off herbal style smell to it. It's a cross between herbal notes and, oh, what is that? It's like a chemical. It's like sulphur. If you can imagine sulphur mixed with herbs. Christ, and it's not going away. I thought it would go away with the, you know, you sometimes do with lagers and helles. You do get a sulphurous smell, and that's normal. It just builds up in the bottle. Oh, that's really unusual. A beer from Bavaria smelling as bad as that. That really isn't good. I'm not sure about this now. Fuck. What are you doing to me? Are they getting back at me for telling jokes about Nuremberg? Oh, I'm really not sure about that. It's like a horrible, sulphurous, herbal type smell. Oh, fucking don't let me down. I've been really fucking singing the praises of the wheat beer now, and they give me this shit. It really don't smell nice. But the proof is in the tasting. Wish me luck. Let me dive in again. I'm really not sure about this beer. I don't know what's going on with it. It does taste like a Märzen, but it's a very strange style Märzen. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, what's the sell-by date on this? Yeah, 2021, August 21. And yeah, it's water, malted barley, hops and hop extract. There's a really nasty smell coming from that, and a nasty, well, I wouldn't say nasty flavour, but oh, I wish you could smell this. It's like an off aroma. That doesn't really translate into the flavour. Or does it? I'm really not sure about this. The aroma is disgusting. For a beer from Bavaria, that really does not smell good. And it's like sulphurous lemon, if you can imagine that. Sulphurous lemon, and what's the tablets? Disprin. Have you ever smelled Disprin when you throw that into you know, a painkiller Disprin? It sort of smells like that. And the taste, it's got a really sulphurous flavour to it. There is malt. I am getting the malt, the bread style malt, but there's that sulphur to it as well, and that's unusual because the wheat beer that I remember was really good. This stuff, have I got a bad bottle? I'd be really surprised if this was the flavour of the beer, because if it was, I don't think it'd have a very good reputation in Germany. And I'm still getting that. It does, it smells like Disprin, sulphur, a little bit of like bread, Pilsner malt style aroma, but I'm really not sure about it. There is a cleanness to it. I can see what it's trying to do. And as it goes down, it's starting to taste a little bit better. But that aroma is still there, and it's fucking nasty. I really don't like that at all. What is that? Why is this? Is this normal? And I've got the bill here. I'll tell you exactly how much I paid for this. I have here a piece of paper in my hand. This is the Tucher Brau Christkindlesmarkt Bier, and it was £3.40. That is £1.59, I think, in Germany, and we're paying almost treble that in the United Kingdom. Oh, that does not smell nice at all. I don't know what that is, but the only thing I can think of is sulphur. I remember we went to France years ago, me and my ex. I still speak to her now, but her parents lived in France, and where they lived in this, where was it they lived? Chateauneuf, and there was like a Roman bath there, natural spring basically, and it was very good for people with skin disorders. And the reason was because it was like a sulphurous, you know what you get in Iceland and all that, and I remember they said, oh, we should go down there. And it fucking stunk. It smelled like rotten eggs. And that doesn't smell like rotten eggs, but it's got a funny fucking aroma to it, which you just don't get from beers in Bavaria. And I'm getting it here. And I thought Erdinger was sulphurous in the sort of taste. Jesus Christ, this is fucking 10 times worse. I have to say, the taste isn't too bad. It doesn't really... Now I'm getting used to it. It is a Märzen. I can tell it's a Märzen. It's got very, very subtle notes of caramel malt and that. But every time, every time I put that up to my nose, I'm getting that horrible sulphurous smell. I'm really not sure about this at all. So what's the verdict on Tucher Christkindlesmarkt Bier? I never thought I'd do this to a beer from Bavaria, but that smells fucking rank. And I'm judging you on the beers that have come out of that region. That smells really bad. The taste, yep, I can see what it's trying to do. And I'm trying to work out whether I've got a bad bottle, a bad batch, or whether this really is how it should taste. If that's how it should smell and taste, that's fucking bad. The redeeming feature in this, as it goes down, it hasn't got that sulphurous taste to it as much. But every time you put the glass up to your nose, it really does not smell good. And I really am in two minds whether to say that this is a bad beer. What's putting me off is the aroma, because every time in a glass like this, and if this is a Märzen, you really should be drinking it in a sort of straight glass that funnels the aromas up to your nose, and every time I do that, I'm getting that horrible smell. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. And I never thought I'd be doing this, because Festbiers usually are specialty brews of German breweries for special occasions, and Oktoberfest and Christmas are two of them. But that don't taste too bad, but it smells disgusting. So it's getting a 5 out of 10 because it's putting me off. It's scientifically proven that the aroma has a big effect on taste, and it's probably clouding my judgment on the actual taste. But that is what the aroma does. It's part of the taste experience, and the aroma on that is fucking not good. So that's getting a 5 out of 10. And Tucher, whether that's normal or whether this is a bad batch, I can only go on what I've been given. That cost me £3.20. So you're getting a 5 out of 10. You're getting 5 because it doesn't taste too bad. But it's in the back of my mind, there's something not right with that beer. Whether you buy this or not, I'm not going to recommend it. If you want to take your chances, do so. It will cost you £3.50, or if you're in Germany, it will cost you €1.50. So you do the maths, as we say in the United Kingdom. But yeah, there's something not right with that one. 5 out of 10. And remember, I'm drinking that shit, so you don't have to.